Listen, listen, guys. The best time for you to make a change when it comes to, especially your fitness goal, is going to be now. There's so many of us that put off our goals for so long, and then we end up never taking action on it, and then we wonder, like, oh my God, like, how did I get to this point? It's because you never fucking take action on your goals. There are so many people who have hit me up, like, starting 5 years ago, and they're like, yeah, man, as soon as I get my finances right, man, I'm starting on my journey. Yeah, man, as soon as, Thanksgiving pass, I'll get started on my journey. It's 5 fucking years later. Nothing has changed because they never made a change. Like, listen, guys, if you don't take action and like initiative on your finances, they're not going to change, right? So if you're waiting for your finances to get better before you start your fitness journey, then you're never going to start your fitness journey, all right? Because even if your finances are messed up, let's say that you don't make as much as you want to, you can still start your fitness journey. I was literally, when I was in nursing school, I was broke as shit, fucking starting my fitness journey. So I kept the meals way more simple. It was just rice and like tuna. Yes, I actually ate fucking tuna. Rice, tuna, chicken, and then, whatever my parents had too. If they had some healthy food, I'll eat a little bit of that and then take some supplements, shit like that. I didn't have that much money and I still made it happen. You got to make your goals happen because listen, when you prioritize something, it's going to happen regardless. So when people procrastinate and say, hey, as soon as this divorce goes through, or, hey, as soon as I graduate, I'll start my fitness journey. Or as soon as I do this, as soon as I do that. Listen, fitness is not something that you do for a short period of time, or it's not like an option. It's not something you just do when you feel like it, or it's not something you put off. It is literally essential for your mind to work at its best, but it's also essential for your overall health. A lot of people put it off for so long. They're like, listen, as soon as I get this promotion, I'll start on my fitness. And then before they get the promotion, now they have type 2 diabetes, or they might have a stroke or a heart attack. Worst case scenario, right? It happens. It happens. You got to take care of your health. It's not an option. It's like saying that, hey, man, as soon as I get my finances straight, I'll start brushing my teeth. Because let's be honest, fitness is the same thing as brushing your teeth. Taking care of your body is just as important as brushing your teeth. If you don't brush your teeth, you get gingivitis, you get cavities, right? Fitness is the same way. Everybody waits for their check engine light to come on before they do anything about their fitness, and then they wonder, how did they get to this point? So many people are like, I got type 2 out of nowhere, like what happened? It was you eating shit accumulated over time, you neglecting your health, you not being aware of what you're consuming, you eating chips over and over and over again. I always say, if you have time to eat unhealthy, you have time to eat healthy. All right, it's that simple. So putting off your goals and being like, hey man, as soon as this gets straight, I've had literally, I promise you, at least 100 people. I swear to God, the same 100 people have been hitting me up for like the past 5 years and like, hey man, how can I change this? How can I change that? I tell them the same thing. I'm like, listen, you eat like shit for majority of the year, and then you hit me up right before summer, and you want to do like a 2-week fad diet. And every single year you wonder why that shit doesn't work. And I tell you the same thing every fucking year, and you haven't changed your actions. So listen, guys, until you take accountability for your lack of results and realize the reason you are not getting to your goals is because you're looking for fucking shortcuts, and they obviously do not work. What is the definition of insanity, guys? Doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. So why the hell are you guys doing the same shit over and over, and then asking people who have successfully been through it, and then been through it, right? Been through the journey, got to where you're trying to get to, and then you ignore everything they fucking say. I do not understand the logic behind that, but I see that way too often. So listen, guys, if you're waiting to start your fitness goal until, life clears up, there is no perfect time except the time you make perfect. Because if your life is quote unquote too busy right now for you to start your fitness goals, then that means once your life gets less busy and you do start your fitness goals, if anything comes up that makes it more busy, you're going to be like, well, it's busy, so I got to stop them again. No, you need to prioritize your health, and you need to work it around your schedule. All right, because listen, I've had a lot of clients work 80 plus hours, and for some reason they made no excuses and just kept executing. And then I see people working like 40 to 50 hours, and they can find any excuse in the world. They can be like, yeah, man, like I was trying to put my shoe on for, this is a real excuse, guys. I was trying to put my shoe on for the gym, and it was uncomfortable. And then I realized that it was late and I couldn't go to the gym. I was like, wait, what the fuck does that even mean? What kind of excuse is that? Or people would be like, yeah, man, I was going to go, but it was just like, Saturday, and it's just like, you shouldn't go to the gym on the weekend because I was off from work. Like, what the fuck does that even mean? Those are literally the worst excuses. People actually say shit like that. Like, it doesn't make me feel like, oh, wow, that's horrible. No. Or people are like, yeah, man, I was so tired from work, blah, blah, blah. How do you think you get your energy up? The way to increase your fucking energy is to go to the gym consistently and take care of your health. If you're feeling sluggish 24/7, it's because you're not going to the gym. So saying that you're too tired to go to the gym is another dumb cop out. There's just too many excuses. I see people using too many excuses and they literally can't get over themselves. They literally are preventing themselves and blocking themselves from reaching their goals. So if this sounds like you need to lock in. You need to tighten up, guys. You need to tighten up, and you need to change your mentality to a I'm going to show up regardless mentality. You need to have some integrity. You keep lying to yourself to the point when someone else asks you like, hey man, you said you're going to reach your goal. What happened? You believe your own lies and say, yeah, man, I just haven't had the time. Or yeah, man, it's just not a good time right now. I'm busy. You've been saying that for the past fucking 10 years. What's going to change in the next 10 years? Listen, if your last 10 years, if you look at your last 10 years and they look like shit, your next 10 years are going to look like shit too if you don't change something. All right. And people don't realize that. Like the years pass by really quickly. 6 months passes by quickly. I always say the 6 months are going to pass. You might as well be closer to your goal than further away from your goal. Because a lot of times if people can't have like a perfect life, like a perfect life setup when it comes to fitness, like if everything isn't perfect, if their meals aren't on time, if they're not eating the perfect amount of food, if they don't have a perfect amount of time to hit the gym, then they won't even attempt it at all. When in reality, if you go from 0 to 60%, like you're eating better meals, all your meals aren't perfect, but you're eating better. You're hitting the gym 3 times a week. That's not the 5 times that you aim for, but you're hitting it 3 times a week. You're gonna see progress in 6 months. All right, you're gonna see progress in 6 months. But if you just literally stay at 0 because you can't have everything perfect, then you're obviously never gonna reach your fucking goals, guys. So listen. Stop making fucking excuses. This is your sign to stop making excuses. I cannot stand people making the dumbest excuses. It's like, no, the reason you're not reaching your goals is not because you're busy. It's not because you don't have enough time, because you're watching Netflix. You're caught up on every show. All right? That's not the reason. It's literally because you're not prioritizing your health and you're not committing to anything. So that's on you. Stop being fucking lazy, man.